Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., known as Joe Biden, is the 46th President of the United States. He was inaugurated on January 20, 2021. Before his presidency, Biden served as the 47th Vice President of the United States under President Barack Obama. He also represented Delaware for 36 years in the U.S. Senate. Biden was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and moved to Claymont, Delaware with his family in 1953. He graduated from the University of Delaware and Syracuse Law School and served on the New Castle County Council. At age 29, Biden became one of the youngest people ever elected to the United States Senate. Tragically, just weeks after his Senate election, his wife Neilia and daughter Naomi were killed in an auto accident. His sons Hunter and Beau were critically injured. Biden was sworn into the U.S. Senate at his son's hospital bedsides and began commuting from Wilmington to Washington every day to be with his family. In 1977, Biden married Jill Jacobs. In 1980, their family was complete with the birth of Ashley Blazer Biden. Jill earned her doctorate in education and returned to teaching as an English professor at a community college in Virginia. As a senator from Delaware for 36 years, Biden established himself as a leader in facing some of our nation's most important domestic and international challenges. He is widely recognized for his work writing and spearheading the Violence Against Women Act. Early life. Joe Biden was born on November 20, 1942, in Scranton, Pennsylvania, USA. He grew up in a working-class Irish Catholic family. His father, Joseph Biden Sr., worked as a used car salesman, and his mother, Jean Finnegan Biden, was a homemaker. Joe Biden has two siblings, Valerie and Francis. Biden's family faced financial challenges during his early years, and they eventually moved to Claymont, Delaware, seeking better opportunities. Joe attended St. Helena's School in Wilmington and later Archmere Academy. Despite a stuttering issue, he overcame it through hard work and became known for his debating skills. In 1965, Joe Biden enrolled at the University of Delaware, where he double-majored in political science and history. He was actively involved in student government and played on the college football team. After graduating in 1965, tragedy struck when Biden's wife, Neilia, and their daughter, Naomi, died in a car accident while Christmas shopping in 1972, just days before Christmas. His two sons, Beau and Hunter, survived the accident. This devastating loss didn't deter Biden from pursuing a career in politics. He went on to study law at Syracuse University College of Law and graduated in 1968. Afterward, he returned to Delaware to practice law, eventually entering politics as a New Castle County Council member in 1970. Biden's early life was marked by personal challenges and determination, laying the foundation for his long and impactful political career. Political career. Joe Biden began his political career at the age of 27. He won a seat on the New Castle County, Delaware, Council in 1970. He served on the council for 2 years before making the leap to the U.S. Senate. At the age of 29, Biden unseated Senator James Caleb Boggs, the two-term incumbent, in an upset victory. This would be the beginning of a 36-year career as a senator representing Delaware. Biden made his first run for the White House during the 1988 campaign. His chances looked good until he was accused of plagiarizing speeches from British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock. Amid public outcry, Biden dropped out 3 months into the 1988 race. Despite the controversy, he managed to keep his Senate seat. Back in Washington, Biden became one of the Senate's most active members. He became a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in 1975, and following his dropout from the 1988 race, he also joined the Senate Judiciary Committee, serving as chair from 1987 to 1995. Biden has been a candidate on the national stage in 5 of the last 10 presidential elections. His first and second presidential campaigns sputtered in Democratic primaries in 1988 and 2008. He ran as Barack Obama's running mate in 2008 and 2012. After sitting out 2016, Biden returned on a mission to unseat Trump in 2020. He served as vice president from 2009 to 2017 and in the United States Senate from 1973 until 2009. A member of the Democratic Party, he made his second presidential run in 2008, later being announced as Democratic presidential nominee Barack Obama's running mate in 2008. He was elected vice president in 2008 and re-elected in 2012. In April 2019, Biden announced his 2020 presidential campaign. He became the presumptive Democratic nominee in April 2020, was formally nominated by the Democratic Party in August 2020, and defeated Republican incumbent Donald Trump in the November 2020 election. Biden's achievements. One of Biden's major accomplishments was passing the $1.9 trillion COVID relief deal in March 2021, which provided direct payments to millions of Americans, extended unemployment benefits, funded vaccine distribution and testing, and supported state and local governments. The package was widely popular among the public and helped boost the economic recovery and reduce poverty. According to the White House, the relief bill created more than 6 million jobs, cut child poverty by half, and increased GDP growth by 6.4% in the first quarter of 2021. Another landmark achievement for Biden was signing the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill in November 2021, which was the largest investment in the nation's physical infrastructure in decades. The bill allocated funds for repairing roads and bridges, expanding broadband access, upgrading water systems, modernizing airports and ports, enhancing public transit, and building electric vehicle charging stations. The bill was supported by both Democrats and Republicans in Congress and was expected to create millions of jobs, improve competitiveness, and address climate change. Biden also made significant progress on the vaccination front, as he oversaw the distribution of more than 400 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines across the country. As of December 2021, more than 70% of Americans had received at least one dose of the vaccine, and more than 60% were fully vaccinated. Biden also expanded vaccine eligibility to children aged 5 and above, donated millions of doses to other countries, and imposed vaccine mandates for federal workers and contractors, healthcare workers, and large employers. Biden also delivered on some of his campaign promises on other issues, such as reversing some of Trump's controversial policies on immigration, healthcare, environment, and foreign affairs. He rejoined the Paris Climate Agreement and the World Health Organization, restored the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) program for undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children, reinstated federal funding for Planned Parenthood and other reproductive health services, lifted the ban on travel from several Muslim-majority countries, and ended U.S. military involvement in Afghanistan. Biden also nominated and confirmed a diverse and qualified team of cabinet members, judges, and other officials. He appointed the first female vice president, Kamala Harris, the first female Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, the first openly gay cabinet member, Pete Buttigieg, the first Native American cabinet member, Deb Haaland, and the first black woman to the Supreme Court, Ketanji Brown Jackson. He also filled more than 40 vacancies in the federal judiciary with nominees who reflected a range of backgrounds and experiences. Biden's challenges. Despite these achievements, Biden also faced many challenges and difficulties in his first year in office. One of them was dealing with the surge of COVID-19 cases caused by the Delta variant in the summer and fall of 2021, which threatened to derail the economic recovery and overwhelm the healthcare system. Biden had to contend with vaccine hesitancy, misinformation, and resistance from some governors and lawmakers who opposed his public health measures. He also had to prepare for the emergence of a new variant called Omicron in late 2021, which posed new uncertainties and risks for the pandemic response. Another challenge for Biden was managing the inflation that rose to a 39-year high of 6.8% in November 2021, which eroded consumers' purchasing power and confidence. Biden blamed the inflation on temporary factors such as supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, pent-up demand, and higher energy prices. He argued that his spending plans would help ease inflation by increasing productivity and supply. However, some economists and critics warned that adding more fiscal stimulus could worsen inflation and increase the federal debt. Biden also faced a political challenge from his own party, as he struggled to unite the moderate and progressive factions over his ambitious social spending package that aimed to expand access to education, health care, child care, elder care, family leave, climate action, and tax reform. The package initially had a price tag of $3.5 trillion over 10 years, but it faced opposition from some centrist Democrats who demanded a lower cost and more targeted benefits. After months of negotiations and compromises, Biden announced a revised framework of $1.75 trillion in October 2021, but the package still faced hurdles in Congress and was not passed by the end of the year. Biden also encountered a foreign policy challenge from Russia, which amassed tens of thousands of troops near the border with Ukraine in late 2021, raising fears of a possible invasion and escalation of the conflict that began in 2014. Biden condemned Russia's aggressive actions and warned of severe consequences if it attacked Ukraine. He also rallied support from NATO allies and other partners to deter Russia and support Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. He also engaged in direct talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin to try to defuse the crisis and find a diplomatic solution. Joe Biden is a veteran politician who has overcome many personal tragedies and professional setbacks to become the leader of the free world. He is a man of faith, compassion, integrity, and resilience who has dedicated his life to serving his country and its people. He is also a man of vision who hopes to unite America and make it a more perfect union. These are the few informations and facts about Joe Biden. For a detailed encyclopedia, please check the description below. That's all for now, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video and appreciate it, please take a moment to give it a like and write your thoughts and suggestions as a comment, and please help us grow by subscribing to our channel and sharing it to your friends and family.